Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton action and beyond. This week we're in Germany to talk to the country's #1 men's singles player, Marc Zwiebler, as he continues to make history. And we report on one of the biggest clubs in Denmark and its unique work of developing talent.
I fight for every point, for every rally. I try to get every shuttle, no matter how bad the situation looks. Quite deceptive player, so I think physically it's quite hard for my opponents to play against me. But I think I'm a pretty good all-rounder. Of course, I would like to have a smash, like a big smash where I can really kill everyone from the back line, but that's just not me. I'm not built that way. So of course there are a lot of areas in my game which I would like to improve.
This is Marc Zwiebler, Germany's #1. Badminton Unlimited visited Saarbrücken, Germany, to speak to the singles player. The 30-year-old has been at the forefront of his country's challenge in both the European and international circuits since 2003. In fact, he is the only German to have reached a Super Series final.
I'm not feared of anyone. There are some players which are very hard to beat and who have never won. But still I enjoy playing them. Probably I enjoy these matches the most because I got nothing to lose and no pressure. And it's just amazing to play against guys like Lin Dan, Lee Chong-wei or Chen Long.
A native of Bonn, Zwiebler has had a nomadic upbringing. His parents were both professional badminton players and he would often travel with them on the tour circuit. That experience was a major reason for his eventual pursuit of the sport, but because of his natural athleticism, badminton was not his only option growing up.
All the people were very nice and friendly, and at the same time I was playing football and also had an offer from a club to join the junior squad. So I had to decide between football and badminton, but I've chosen badminton, and so far I didn't regret it.
Football's loss was badminton's gain. Zwiebler went on to win 19 titles in various national youth tournaments. In 1998, he began to tour the international circuit and make a name for himself. In 2003, at just 19 years old, he recorded a stunning double by winning the European Junior Championships and the French Open. Runners-up finishes at the Norwegian International and Scottish Open followed in 2004 before he clinched his first German national title a year after. But things were to take a devastating turn.
I was about to play my first World Championships in Los Angeles back then, in 2005, so I kind of didn't really listen to my body. Of course my back was hurting, but I thought it's normal, and yeah, but then after a few months it didn't get any better, and it just got worse, slowly, but got worse. So when I saw the doctor and got the diagnosis, then I was a bit shocked.
What was a seemingly routine back strain would almost end his career. After consultations, he was diagnosed with a herniated disc of the spine, a condition that left him in agonizing pain and immobile.
So I just tried to continue what I was doing, and I played a lot of tournaments, and still the pain got worse and worse, and we're talking about a long period. And then in the end of 2005 I decided to actually quit badminton because I wasn't able to get up anymore. I was lying in bed for a few days. I had to use a wheelchair. I couldn't put on my socks anymore, so I had to ask my roommate to help me to get dressed in the morning. So that's a terrible feeling, especially when you're in the beginning of 20s and you're used to be a very sporty person and enjoy life a lot. Yeah, it really made me thinking, so I tried everything I could do to make it better, but in the end just an emergency surgery at the spine could help me.
The surgery left him unable to move, let alone play the sport that had defined him for so long. There were thoughts of retirement, but he knew he still had much to achieve. So he dug deep, and step by step, he began the often painful process of recovery. 6 months later, he was ready to compete again. Remarkably, the lefty won in his first tournament back from his injury, the 2007 Belgian International.
Somehow I came back better and stronger than before. Probably this 1.5 years out of badminton did something good to me, or at least I realized how much I love the sport. I just cared that I'm able to jump around and move without any pain. And it was kind of like a relief feeling. I still don't know how I did it, but I guess it's also a big thing that I just enjoyed playing badminton and had no pressure whatsoever.
In 2008, Zwiebler became the first German to reach the last 16 at the Olympics, and a year later, he found himself in the Denmark Open final. Despite losing to Indonesia's Simon Santoso, his status as Germany's best ever was starting to take shape. 2011 saw him defeating Taufik Hidayat for his first Grand Prix title in Canada before he was crowned 2012 European champion. And while he's delighted to be back to his winning ways, he's determined to scale to greater heights.
As you say, Rome wasn't built in a day, and a professional or good world-class badminton player, you're also not going to become in 1 day or 1 year or even 10 years. It takes a lot of time. Every one of the great players in the world has some losses in their career, and what makes the difference between them and others who stop is they don't quit, and they just try to give their best every time they're playing.
My favorite movie is Fast and Furious. Oh, my favorite singer is Ewan Kwok. My favorite food is Hokkien Mee. My favorite lazy activity is like to sleep. My favorite holiday destination is Hong Kong. My most fierce opponent is Asan in Tier 1. My favorite tournament in Oregon.
The OUE Singapore Open is the 5th leg of the 2014 BWF Superseries that took place from the 8th to the 13th of April. With a total prize money of $300,000 up for grabs at the Singapore Indoor Stadium, the players treated fans to some great court action. The finals began with an all-Indonesian affair as defending champions Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir took on compatriots Ricky Widianto and Puspita Ricidilli. It was a straightforward episode in the first game as the world number 2 eased past their compatriots 21-15. The second game saw Ricky and Puspita fighting hard to bring the match to its third game. But the world champions had other ideas, racing home with the final score of 21-15, 22-20. Following their last meeting at the 2013 Singapore Open Finals, it was a real blast from the past for world number 1 Li Xuerui, who squared off once again against her Chinese rival Wang Yihan. For the third time in a final, Li went down to the world number 3. Wang Yihan was in commanding form, winning 21-11, 21-19 in 45 minutes, successfully defending her Singapore Open title. Up next was the men's doubles with Tai Yun and Liu Kai continuing the Chinese presence in the finals against Chinese Taipei's Li Shengmu and Tsai Chia-sin. The 7th-seeded duo Li and Tsai were looking to exploit the inexperience of their newly paired Chinese opponents. But Tai and Lu showed no signs of unfamiliarity as they defeated the Taiwanese pair 21-19, 21-14. The women's doubles pitted Denmark's Christina Pedersen and Camilla Rytter-Juhl against China's Bao Yixin and Tan Jinhua. In a final that lasted well over an hour, it was the Danish pair who took the first set with strong defensive displays and counterattacks. But their strategy didn't last as Bao and Tang stormed back with their speed and power, eventually winning their 6th Super Series title 14-21, 21-19, 21-15. The loudest cheers of the afternoon came from the men's singles as hot favourite world number 1 Lee Chong-wei took on unseeded Indonesia's Simon Santoso. If the head-to-head stats were anything to go by, this should have been win number 10 on the trot for the world champion, but the Indonesian had other plans. Despite the Malaysian superstar's attempt to claw back, he could not temper the former world number 3's fighting spirit. Santoso, who came through the qualifying rounds, won in straight games. The final score read 21-15, 21-10, concluding another impeccable round of top-class badminton action. Over in Kedah, Malaysia, where the Jati BWF World Junior Championships is ongoing, China emerged champions in the mixed team event. Despite Indonesia's resistance, China trounced the Southeast Asian country 3-0, winning their 9th Suhandinata Cup. When you mention European badminton, the first country that comes to mind is Denmark. Over the years, the Scandinavian nation has produced a number of world-class players, such as former world champion Peter Rasmussen, ex-world number 1 Peter Gade, and current world number 5 Janne Jorgensen. Then there's the doubles pairing of Mathias Bo and Carsten Mogensen, and women's doubles world number 2 Camilla Rytter-Juhl and Christina Pedersen. These champions are the product of a unique and successful Danish club structure.
If you had a small town of 1,000, 1,200 people, the people, they got together, got some money together, and then the city council put in an equal amount of money. So all that together, with the help of local builders and so on, you could manage to get a hall in the community. So a small community could create a hall, and then you could get to play badminton.
We're here to report on one of the 550 badminton clubs that have benefited from this kind of national structure, the Solrød Strand Badminton Club. Formed in 1992 as a result of a merger between 2 local clubs, Solrød and Jersey, the club is now one of the largest in eastern Denmark. Solrød is a gentle giant amongst the Danish clubs. Despite its size and popularity, the club is more interested in development than trophies.
When I came in '93, we were beginning to get focused on the young players. That means that we got a lot of practice, we got a lot of good coaches, a big focus at the good players, at the talented players.
The special thing about Solrød is that they have a lot of focus on the small players when you're young. So we have a pretty good, how do you call it, training period when we're young. If you're lucky, you come into the national training, in the national team, so everything it has meant to me. This club is the way I have been having my badminton career, and it has helped me through my training, and yeah.
This more patient approach to nurturing player talent has begun to breed success. One of Solrød's most successful players is Hans Christian Vittinghus. Only 5 when he joined Solrød, the world number 13's success is a testament to the club's policy. He acts as a role model to others at the club.
My ambition is to become very good, the world's best, so that's the thing I'm training to.
I hope we are a role model for many other clubs, because we are using a lot of money to get the best coaches and to be able to make a lot of very good practice for the young players.
The club has over 250 registered players under the age of 16. It has some of the best coaches in the country and some of the best facilities available in Europe. With all these resources in place and with badminton becoming ever more competitive, parents are often keen to speed up their children's development.
Sometimes the parents can be a little bit problem because they are really, I think they are very ambitious, and sometimes for us it's important to work in the process, not to focus so much at the results. And I think that here the parents can be a problem because they are focusing very much at the results.
It's not so important for us to win the medal in the badminton league. It's more important that we can see that our system develop, that our players develop. If you are here, you know our values, you know our rules. We focus on the young players, and the older players here is also willing to do something for the young players, and they have to be integrated into the senior system.
It is this all-round approach to badminton that has seen the club thrive in Denmark's domestic leagues. Across all age groups, Solrod has begun to chip away at the dominance of the more established clubs.
The players have played very well. At the same time, as a team, we have been much better together. It's more success for the system that we, year after year, can get some new players into the Brøndby system. But I also know I've been only for 6 years. There was very good players also when I came here. So for me personally, it's more the product of the system, not product of me.
For me, it's very important that they like to come in the club every day, and the social life is a very important part of the club.
The success of Solrod is evident in the club's continued quest to train those who love the sport. And as one of the country's top 5 youth clubs, Solrod continues to be the front-runner to nurture the future of Danish badminton. In this episode's Player of the Week, we bring you China's women's singles shuttler Wang Yihan. The 26-year-old from Shanghai first rose to the world's #1 ranking in women's singles in 2009. The former All-England and World Champion recently defended her Singapore Open title, defeating her compatriot and world #1, Li Sherui. With this victory, Wang Yihan will be looking for more success in 2014. Welcome back. We feature the mixed doubles in this week's rankings. There is no movement in the top 5. Korean pairing of Ko Sung-hyun and Kim Ha-na remain at 6 following their appearance in the mixed doubles final of the India Open. Thailand pair Sutket Parapakamo and Saralee Thongthongkham, as well as Indonesia's Marquis Kido and Pia Zebediah Bernadette, climbed 1 rank up at 7th and 8th respectively, whilst Malaysia duo Chan Peng-sun and Goh Liu-ing dropped 2 places to 9. Rounding up the top 10 is Hong Kong's Lee Chun-hei and Chow Hoi-wah. And don't forget, the rankings are updated every Thursday. Log on to www.bwfbadminton.org for the latest updates. While Indian badminton is blessed with 2 players at the very top of the women's singles game, its male counterparts aren't so prolific. Not since Pullela Gopichandh has there been a men's singles player consistently at the elite level. But in Kidambi Srikanth, there is hope that this may change. The 21-year-old is the men's singles national champion and considered the best prospect to break into the world's top 10.
I'm at my peak of my career, almost the best of my career now, so really hoping to play well there, get some medals, and that's it for 2014. Really, I would be really happy if I get some medals there.
Srikanth's rise began after he was accepted to the prestigious Pullela Gopichandh Badminton Academy in 2009. Although he was on the junior badminton scene in India, the shuttler was never a standout. He was plagued by a lack of focus and would often allow points to slip at crucial moments. This was to change after entering the academy.
So if you can see, for the last 4.5 years after joining the academy, you can see a lot of difference in my game. Even if you see the graph, it's highly improving there. So it's really good. I've never been fully into badminton before. It's like, I used to play doubles there, go train, and then come back. Not fully into badminton. And once I joined here, it's like fully 100% here in the badminton, which really helped me.
But it was not just about improving his skill set. Srikanth had always concentrated on the doubles format of the game, but Gopichandh encouraged him to shift his attention to the singles.
I'm still confused what he saw in me, but it really worked for me. Even in junior, I used to play all the three events: singles, doubles, and mixed doubles. I used to win few doubles and mixed, and I used to play some finals in singles. So there's always singles in me. I used to play singles all the time, and then, but I don't know what, but he completely shifted me only on singles. So I guess that's helped me.
The change not only allowed Srikanth better use of his long athletic frame, but also forced him to take responsibility on court.
You get to play your own game. You doesn't need to blame anyone or somebody blames you. It's your own thing, whether you win or you lose, it's your own credit. The way you train shows you, that's it. So.
The combination of self-reliance, change in discipline, and a competitive environment worked to bring the best out of Srikanth. Results steadily began to improve as he found his rhythm. It all finally came together at the final of the 2013 Thailand Open, where he was up against local favourite Bunsak Ponsana.
I can still remember it. That just 10-15 minutes before the match, I'm a bit nervous. I'm a little tensed out there to get in. And even after announcing, like when they call my name, there was not much of cheering for me. And once they called Bunsak, I can hear a lot of drum sounds and then a lot of cheering for him. So.
In years gone by, he may have buckled under this high-pressured environment, but this was the new Srikanth, who was focused and, above all, confident.
One thing I thought was, even he'll be under the same pressure as I am. So, and for me as a junior playing a top 10 player is like a kind of pressure for me, and for him playing a junior level player and then playing him in his hometown, and he has to win it. Even he has a different kind of pressure. So I just wanted to overcome my pressure. That's it. That's my only aim.
Once he had settled into the match, it was a straightforward win. Instead, it was Ponsana who wilted under the pressure. The 2013 Thailand Open was his first major international title. He became the first male Indian player to achieve that accolade overseas since his mentor and teacher, Gopichandh.
But my coach really helped me in that time. I'm really happy for that. So, in the first set, she just asked me to play my game, start off the way I start. And really good. It's been really good. Like beating Bunsak, beating him in the Thailand, that too in the finals of Thailand Open, really good.
2014 has been a mixed bag for the 21-year-old. A finals appearance at the Indian Open Grand Prix Gold has been surrounded by below-par performances. If he is to live up to his and the nation's expectations, consistency is going to be the key.
So I still have a lot of areas to be improved. So I'm basically a kind of attacking player. So I still wanted to be my attack to be the bestest, and then in my defense too, just to improve. All the areas of my game I want to improve. There's nothing like I'm the best, so I just wanted to improve every part of my game.
From a happy-go-lucky player to a focused and fierce competitor, Srikanth's transformation has been impressive. It now remains to be seen if he can take that final step to stardom. Let's find out what's happening in the world of international badminton this week in our Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we catch up with Danish shuttler Janno Jorgensen as he talks about his career. And we check in with New Zealand's mixed doubles siblings Susanna and Oliver Leyden Davis at the Singapore Open. Goodbye for now.